really take somewhere with just how it sounds. You can say so much without saying anything at all in a song. It's just me. Now it's me and Ashton. And I was like, I want our first project together to be something in the past 2 weeks that's been on my heart. Like, how do I genuinely make, like, I got into, like, emo music.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We are called to display, like, the fruits of the Spirit. If we truly have Christ in our heart. How is that in an industry that is so not bright, so dark? That is just...
Yeah.
Alrighty, welcome to the journal, chapter 1, Jarrett Doherty. Before we get started, just talking about you and who you are, how you came to be who you are. The journal. This is truly just my journal. So instead of me sitting down and writing my people in my life, who they are, what they mean to me, people I look up to, conversation I've had, I'm truly just sitting down with those people and recording a conversation. I want this to be something to where in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, I can sit down and be like, this is my best friend Jarrett. Look at where he's at now. Look at where you're going to be. And just same thing with me, just the people who influenced my life and just get to see how they influenced. So this is truly a journal for me. We'll get to talk about you, just music and everything from there on. But yeah, I just want this to be something in 10, 15 years. Sit down and look. You can do the same. It's like a journal chapter for you as well. But that's kind of just my heart behind the journal podcast. So yeah. So tell us who you are, why you are who you are.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm honored. I'm honored to be on the chapter 1 of this journal. It sounds like it's a passion that's near and dear to your heart. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
But I am Jarrett Doherty. My name, Jarrett Hunter Doherty. Middle name Hunter.
I've never asked your middle name.
Really?
Yep. That's
Dude.
crazy.
I'm like ashamed of it. I just have this picture of a hunter in my mind. When I think hunter, it's such a specific person.
Have you ever seen Twilight? The guy who turns into the werewolf looks just like my cousin. So every time I think of a hunter, that's who I think of.
Oh, man. I might just be a Twilight character.
Could be.
I very much could be.
We should. Okay, so where did music begin in your life?
Where did music begin? Yeah, well, what's funny is I feel like I started hating music. I felt like I grew up and anytime I'd get in the car, my mom would turn on this radio station that I thought was so annoying. They played the same 5 songs over and over and over again. And I was like, this just doesn't sound like... I don't know. I had like a distaste for music because of that, because that's all I knew that music was.
Yeah.
So I eventually, around like 5th grade, before that, I was forced to play piano lessons. And I hated that so much. And I begged my parents to quit. I would literally cry at these lessons. I'd be like, no, I don't want to play. And they'd be like, you have to play. And I'll be like, why? They'll be like, because you'll regret it. And I'll be like, how could I regret it? It's not like I'm going to grow up and be a musician.
Awkward.
Lo and behold, 5th grade comes around. And I get GarageBand on my phone.
Yep.
Dude. And I just had a heyday. Started looking up like tutorials on how to make a beat and all these kinds of things. And slowly started like discovering new genres that I never knew really existed. Like I discovered electronic, some hip hop. I discovered just pop music in general. Like I got into like emo music.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
5th grade Jarrett.
5th grade Jarrett. That was more like my 7th and 8th grade.
Okay.
But I explored all these genres and I was like, dang, there's so much depth to music. And I loved how it made me feel. And it was like exploring a brand new world because I had only really listened to this Christian radio station that my mom would put on. So all I knew that music were these 5 songs that played every time I got in the car. So I was so late to every song that everyone was listening to in school.
Yeah.
Even to this day, they'll play a song and I'll be like, I don't know what that is. And they'll be like, you don't know what that song is? And I'm like, I don't. I just, I grew up only listening to the same 5 songs over and over again. But, like, eventually just grew a love for music and just really enjoyed listening to it and wanted to learn the main thing driving it was how can I create a moment similar to the moment that this song is creating for me. Like a song, like, I don't know, like a certain moment in a song makes me feel a specific type of way. It creates a picture in my head that's so specific. How can I create that? What is the essence of that? And how can I, like, recreate that? Make it for other people as well. Like, I don't know. That's kind of where it all started.
Yeah. Truly an art.
Yeah.
Like a mental painting.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Exactly. I almost liked how music would create, or it would either create a space in your mind, a picture in your mind that just doesn't exist and only exists when you listen to that song. Or it takes you back to a very specific time. Like, I don't know. I like even certain songs you listen to on vacation. You listen to like one song and you're like, I remember being in the car on that specific vacation, listening to this minute and 35 second of that song, like that specific spot. I don't know. There was something like that where I was like, I need to capture this and I want to be responsible for creating an experience like that for somebody else. Making a really unique experience that lives with just one song. So that's my crazy long explanation for when it started.
So then how did you create, so 5th grade garage band, you're cooking up some beats. Trying. The recipes were maybe a little iffy.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to cook.
Trying.
When did you know you could sing? Or like, when was your first thing like created and you're like, look at this?
Dude, first time I sang was 8th grade.
Okay.
So it took me 3 years. I told everybody that, like, you know, oh, you like music? And I was like, yeah. Oh, do you sing? And I'd be like, no. And I completely avoided choir in school.
Okay.
I thought the idea of getting in front of people and singing was the scariest, most just awkward and like just terrible. Like, I was like, the one thing that I would not want to do in the world is be a singer. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's, if you asked me back then, that's what I thought. And yeah, 6th grade, no, 8th grade, it was a project, an English project where,
Okay.
my buddy, Carson Graham.
The Graham
From the Sons Dads. Well, Carson Graham and I, we had a project for The Hobbit, the book, The Hobbit.
Okay.
And one of the explanations for the project, or one of the things you could choose, it was like poster, write an essay, like create a diorama, and then like song. And so me and my buddy were like, let's do a song. And I really, really got into heavy metal at that time.
Okay.
So I contacted my friends that were in a heavy metal band that had a studio, and I was like, I want to make a heavy metal song. And they said, okay. And I feel so bad because it was like really well produced, this heavy metal song for this school project, and we didn't pay them a dime. But they were like good friends, so like they wanted to help. But that was the first time where I was like, this is my project, so the person singing on it should be me. And I realized that in the studio. I don't know why I didn't realize that before, but they were like, okay, you got to sing. And so I tried singing for the very first time, and that was in front of like 3 people. And they were like, dude, you've got something. And I was like, I don't think that sounded good at all. And it was so uncomfortable for me, but that kind of broke a barrier that then allowed me to just grow over the next 4 years. And so that kind of laid the foundation this song about the Hobbit.
That's so wild.
Yeah. There's like it's Tolkien. Yeah, Tolkien, the author for The Hobbit. There's poems that he wrote in The Hobbit about the dragon, Smaug. And basically we took that poem and just put heavy metal music over it and sang the poem about Smaug.
That's nuts. Did it do good? Like, did people like it?
Dude, I played it for the whole class and they were like, Jarrett can sing? And I was like, I don't know. I didn't think I could. A lot of auto-tune.
That's cool. I didn't know that. I've never seen The Hobbit, watched The Hobbit or read The Hobbit, but
It is pretty good.
it's kind of interesting.
It is pretty interesting. It's like there's a lot going on in it.
Yeah.
It's a huge world.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that started the Sons of Dads.
Oh,
yeah.
Goodness. So
Or when did that? So you got that. You're being your first thing. You learning how to sing, understanding you might be able to sing.
Right.
And then
I, throughout high school, dove into making beats. I got Logic Pro in 8th grade, learned the ins and outs of it. I'm still learning the ins and outs of it. Started learning, how can I create a moment? Okay, it's production. How can I refine that moment and, really capture it? Okay, that's music theory, a bit more music theory. Let's learn that. Why does my idea sound terrible? Oh, that's mixing. So let me figure out how to mix. And then all that spawned different, tutorials that I'd watch on YouTube. And I wasn't really good at sports or anything in high school. So my after school was just music, going down to the basement and just really honing in, learning new things every day. And that got to the point where, I just wanted ways to express myself. And I was really into hip hop at the time. It's weird. There's electronic, then there's that heavy metal phase. Now I'm in my hip hop phase. And so I started making trap beats. This white kid making trap beats. And
Jady on the track.
And I started coining myself as Jady, because that was my initials. Jarrett Doherty. Jady. So Jady. Eventually got to the one and only Sons of Dads. So me and my buddy Carson, my best friend Carson, we were sitting and we were like, wouldn't it be crazy if we made like a rap song? And he was like, yeah. So we went home.
Would be crazy.
We went home and made a very awful white rap song. It was like, it just, wow.
What was the song?
The Gram.
Okay.
So that was actually, funny enough, the very first song I had ever put out that I was singing on, like released on all platforms. The Gram. Yeah. And it's out there.
It's kind of fire.
It's
fire.
It's kind of fire.
It still cooks.
It cooks a little bit. And I put it out, and the whole school was like, what is this dude doing? Me and Carson Graham. And then we kind of just started running with that. We were like, okay, let's just keep releasing under this. We did. And through that, kind of got awareness in the school, like, oh, he can do music, like he can produce. So I had some friends of mine come up and be like, I want to make a rap song, or I want to make, I want to record a song. Can you record one for me? So I became kind of like the school recording studio. All of a sudden, everyone wanted to start recording. So I was like, all right, let's start a little business. I would... Oh, no, I dropped my cap.
No cap.
No cap.
Mm.
No cap. No cap.
No cap, brother.
No cap, brother. I probably just got myself in trouble. That's crazy.
You can't go anywhere after your shows now.
I can,
No alleys.
I can never play in Memphis ever again. Where was I?
You're starting a business out of it.
Yeah, a business. So I would ask friends like, "Hey, I know it's a lot. I understand, but do you think we could do this for $5?" And they'd be like, "I think I could make it work." Like I genuinely thought I thought I was a terrible person for charging like $5 or $10 a session.
Kind of hurts. Or it's
Yeah.
like feels weird.
It
Yeah,
does. Because,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
these
yeah.
are people that, I was friends with, but I'd be like, man, I'm putting, like, 15 hours into one track because it's not only creating it, but it's mixing and mastering. And that process became something I became passionate about. But yeah, I was like, I felt bad for charging because I was like, man, I don't want to be, charging my friends, but that ended up I would record my friends and I'd be like, you know what? I think I can do my own music. Because I was like, for a minute, I was like, do I want to be a producer? Do I just want to be the guy in the chair that records people? I was like, I feel like I have things to say. During these sessions, I would be like, I wish I had a platform to be able to say things, to communicate some kind of message. I want to say something, and I feel like I can do it. Seeing these people recording in my studio, I'm like, you know what? I can do it.
Yeah.
So covertly, while recording all of these people, I was working on my own music. Then COVID hit. COVID hit. And I will say a lot of people had tough times, but that was like my music growth period where every day it was like, okay, now it's not just after school, it's all day. I can work on music all day. So I
Yeah.
did that. And I feel like that really helped me grow. Eventually got my first album, and it's not out right now, but yeah, the first album, and put that out. And that really gave me the confidence. So, and then through that, met my buddy Jay Joseph.
Jay freaking Joseph.
Jay Joseph, goodness. I met him after creating that album, and that led to me working on his music also at the same time. So I had my two little projects. It all whittled down. I kind of got rid of all of the other projects I was working on and started working on Jady and Jay Joseph. And he was, so I just produced and mixed and mastered for him for about 9 months. And then at the end of that, he was like, hey, do you want to go on tour opening for 21 Pilots? And I was like, what would I play? And he was like, well, can you learn bass? I was like, sure. I can't say no.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, you got like 2 or 3 months to learn. So I just tried learning bass. I learned the bare minimum I could. It was so like, holy crap. And then we were like, we need some kind of experience before we open up for 21 Pilots in front of 20,000 people. And that experience was a bar tour around the U.S., 15 shows around the U.S. And we got to kind of like trial by fire, learn how to be performers before going into 20,000 people with 21 Pilots.
Did that help ease your mind?
It
Like,
did.
obviously, when you get in front of all those people, that's still scary. But did it help, like, knowing, like, okay, I've done this 15 times minimum. It's like I can do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Before that, I never thought I would ever do a concert. Never. That was one thing where I was like, that's scary. Like, I make music, but to get in front of people and perform that, I would rather not. I would rather just make music and put it out and let people digest it. But it's a huge blessing that I think the Lord placed in my life so conveniently that it was kind of like a soft way of getting into, which really wasn't 20,000 people.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that was terrifying. But it felt so good getting over that and not being the front man, being on base and being like,
Yes.
okay, I don't have to be in control of this crowd. I can just, digest this. But that really let me know, okay, I can do this. Like I just developed a huge love for live performing during that. So
That's so cool.
and then after that, I was like, okay, I have all the confidence I need. Let's put on the first Jady show. Which then I found, well, I had this friend of mine who was like, dude, if you end up touring, I want to be your drummer. And I was like, well, I don't see myself playing a concert anytime soon. Lo and behold, that somebody was Ashton Bergdorf.
Oh, yes.
The dwarf. The Berg. Dude. And we built a show, played it in my church basement, and yeah, ever since then, we were just like, let's play as many shows as we humanly can. And yeah, just kind of happened.
And during all that, you were still making your music. You're still doing Jady.
Yeah, so that during the Jady period, I kind of shifted all focus towards Jady. Because I was like, man, I think I have landed on my passion. It is creating some kind of message in a creative way that everyone can digest. And I think being the person saying the message, I think that was really important for me. I still enjoy working with other people, but there's something about me being able to be in charge of what's being said. I think that was really cool. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. A couple of things I want to circle back to. One, you first starting, I would never be a performer. I would never sing music.
Yeah.
That is literally how I feel like the Lord works.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
what you say you don't want or don't think normally like ends up happening, or some way or another that ends up being just pronounced in your life. And I think that's so cool. Like, just through your lyrics especially, which you can see you haven't left the Lord behind. He's been following with you, and he's been beside you. With, like scripture says, with that light two steps ahead, right in front of you. But it's like, I just love that. And then another thing is like you not doing sports. Was that ever just lonely, hard? Like, how did you feel during that time? Like, because you go home and just do music, you want to do sports, nothing like that. Is that, I mean, that could be how you wrote your music, how you got into it, but it's just like, what was young Jarrett like at that time?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think there was a combination of growing up. I never really attached to sports, and I don't know if that came from initially just like, oh, I don't really want to learn that sport. But then my distance from sports increased when I noticed that, oh wow, a lot of people are playing these sports. I feel really left out because I'm seeing all of these people. That's their way of, talking, whether it's they know everything about a game that just happened, or just like a specific team and all the players, or just like playing like in school. And I'm like, man, like that was a social part that I wasn't really much of a part of, because I was like, dang. And of course the social status, everyone knows you don't do sports. So I feel like there was just this consensus that if you don't, you're just not a cool person. So I put a lot of my identity in that. And that fueled a lot of how I felt creatively. Like, just not really feeling like I fit in, and whether or not that was true or not, I don't know. Like, I think the you can start believing a lot of lies in those unhealthy states where that just aren't true. Like you're not valuable, you're not you don't fit in, and that could have just been entirely not true. But I definitely felt like I didn't fit in. I felt like I wasn't loved by anybody, and I still had people there, but I overlooked that and wanted to focus on the fact that, man, all these people in sports, think I'm not cool.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's a dumb thing to focus on. But yeah, so that's what I think. Yeah, that spawned a lot of like how I think and how like wanting to be somebody that people like, and seeing that wasn't what my status could have yielded, I guess.
Yeah.
And that was hard on me, and then kind of had to rework how I thought. My identity is not in people liking me, and that's still something I struggle with every day, especially in an industry that is so dependent on people liking you.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, it sucks, but yeah, that was a tough time figuring out how to separate my identity from doing what I do, like not doing sports and just doing music.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just, I mean, I think, yeah, kind of like you said, it's just you're in an industry that forces you to kind of still have that.
Right.
But just treating it like a show face in a way, not in a bad way, but it's just like, yeah, that's hard. Kind of same thing. It's like just sports. There's so much to know, and someone always knows something about everything.
Right.
And it's just, yeah, that's difficult, but
Right.
it's cool to see how even that hardship is still not necessarily prominent in your life right now, but still the knowledge you gain from that is being applied to this very moment in this day. And I just think that's cool.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
It really is, and it's still something that I feel like I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm in high school still.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, gosh, I feel like I'm falling into those same, lies that I did in high school, and shaping everything that I do around how can I get somebody to like me, like, and just realizing it's like now when I'm doing that, I can snap myself out of it and be like, it doesn't matter. But back then I genuinely believed this really does matter.
Yeah, it's looking back, even just other random things. It's like,
Right.
just like my family, we've moved a lot. So it's like I've kept things that are important to me. Just recently I went back through like my important box from 4 to 6 years ago. I have a little safe. It's full of little not golf balls, but bouncy balls.
Yeah.
I thought those were so important at the time. And I looking back at them, I remember them. Like I remember that being so important.
Yeah.
They're bouncy balls. And it's just
That's
just
awesome.
little things like that to big things like that.
Right. It's crazy. Yeah, you'll look back and be like, wow, that was really important to me. But it was. And
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's crazy how I can still slip into that mindset of, man, this is important to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, importance is important, but it's just what is important. Whether or not it's that or not. But it's just like understanding that your authentic self is ultimately what people want and ultimately what people like. So if you're trying to people please, like I say that just in my own life too. It's just like they want you, not what you think you can be. And I think that's hard, but
Right.
important. But
Exactly.
when you were telling your story, one thing that I thought of was you and the hard metal people that you went to first record. That is literally what you did for me, like crazy production, when we entered a homeschool rap battle that you could potentially record if you wanted to, and it's like you were given specific words. It was the highest quality. Like you overdid it just with everything you have, and I remember being like, "That's so funny."
Oh,
I
dude.
still have the gift card that we won.
Yes, dude, really?
Yes,
It's amazing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there was a school project that Isaac had, and it was like, yeah, it was a rap project
yeah.
where everyone was given words and they had to write a rap to it. And he came to me and was like, would you want to help? And in my mind, I was like, wouldn't it be so crazy? Because, like, all of these people are probably recording videos on their phone of them rapping to nothing.
Yes.
Yeah. What if we had an industry quality just like video that came out of nowhere? Like, we shot a whole music video for it. It was like, I wish I could have been in the room. I just thought that was so cool. We had the crispest rap track of all time.
It was like a minute and a half long too.
Yeah.
Or no, maybe not quite that
It
long.
was short. It was short.
But it was longer than everyone else, which I did not realize because it was a legitimate song.
Yeah.
It was a rap. It was a rap where you
Yeah.
just didn't say the words right off the bat. It's like
Right.
dripping like the ocean,
Dripping like the ocean.
Kapaguchi mug.
Wait, what's the psych? Nah, I got designer brand khakis.
Yeah, whole music video.
Whole music video. We were posing up on your Jeep.
Oh, rip the Jeep.
Rip the Jeep. Big rip for the Jeep.
Oh yeah, we had the knockoff.
Clout goggles.
Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness. We
Dude.
had chains on, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so
No, but you saying that was just like, you literally did that for me differently, but it's like, that was just the funniest thing in the world to me.
dude. That was such a blast. I got such a kick out of that.
Dude, so fun.
So much fun. Oh my goodness. I wish I could have been in the room when that was presented. Oh my goodness. But yeah, dude,
It's funny though, but so
man.
with you performing, you've done some big places, Newport, going to Europe here
Yes.
soon.
Mm-hmm.
And just with your fan base growing, just people knowing who you are. When was the biggest wow for you? Like whether that was like getting up on even like 21 Pilots stage or a fan showing you, I got this tattoo of your lyrics, or like, what was your biggest whoa, wow?
I have so many. The tattoo thing, I mean, people deeming something that I wrote in my basement as worthy enough of having on their body forever was like, oh my goodness. I can't believe that that's even like,
It's so bizarre.
it's bizarre. And I became so thankful for it. But I remember the initial first one. I was like, oh my goodness. Like it still isn't real to me. I still think that doesn't make sense. And I think that's just so cool. It's a physical representation of just how much music can impact somebody, and to be even said in the same sentence of somebody who's impacting somebody is just crazy. I think even just our first show at the Basement, we had a show at the Basement, which is a venue in Columbus, and that we didn't expect to sell it out at all. And I remember the day of, we were in the green room, and the promoter for the venue comes in and says, "You guys sold this out." I mean, that was unreal. It was like, oh my goodness, like this is working. This can happen. And especially even just like friends of mine coming up and being like this music, I didn't know what to think, when you were telling me about it, but I listened to it and it's kind of good. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I guess like it's moments like that where it's like, okay, maybe I can do something. Maybe this is where I'm supposed to be. So much confirmation, but I think Newport really sealed that for me. Which that was our biggest headlining show in Columbus. We were lucky enough to have around 1,200 to 1,400 people in that room, and that was unreal. I think that was the best night of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much fun. But seeing that many people show up, I still can't wrap my mind around it. I still look at pictures and I'm like, that's our show? That didn't happen.
Yeah.
So,
Truly. Wow.
man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. But it was, yeah, does not feel real. I think that was a moment where I was like, whoa, this is working.
Yeah. And then it's crazy to think like you're gonna go on a plane soon to perform, and you're gonna. How long of a flight is it even? Do you know?
Dude, it's long. I don't even know.
Is it overnight or do you sleep? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
You're only the reason why you're going is to perform. That's crazy.
I've never been to Europe, and the fact that my first time going to Europe is going to be for that reason I'm so excited. One of the moments that really sealed the deal was like when we announced that tour, having people click on our ticket links and buy tickets and say, I'm so excited to see you in Europe. And I'm like, dude, you've been listening? Like, there are people over there? Like,
That's true. Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, holy crap. Like, there are fans out there. We had like more ticket clicks on Amsterdam than we did most, like, for dates in the US. And we're like, whoa, there's people in Amsterdam that listen to Jady?
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I'm literally so excited to see and meet these people and just get to know them, like, that have listened over there. So I guess we'll see. I
Yeah.
guess we'll see genuinely how many of you there are out there.
But what does music writing look like now versus then?
Ooh, now it's definitely more pressure, and I think that can infect the process. And I'm trying to figure out how to step away from that. These past couple months have been me realizing the frame of mind I can get in when I'm trying to people please and not make something that I like. Where I'm like, okay, now this song is just a people please song. It is just to make people around me like it. I don't even know if I really like it as much. At least other people do. But now I'm like, screw it. I'm not going to try and force something to happen. I want to make something that I enjoy. And I feel like I still, to this day, struggle with that. It's hard, but I have to continually... So I feel like that's what's different now. Is me... back then in school, it was like I could just make music. And that was my way of coping with things that I felt. Feeling like I didn't fit in. Now it's like, oh, this is my job. Now I have to force an idea, and it almost happens not out of a creative expression, but out of a necessity to just do it. And trying to learn how to let myself not let the pressure of I need to do this infect the creative process, but just want to express again. And I've been learning that. So that's what it looks like. But
Yeah.
I like to start with instrumentals. I know a lot of people like to start with lyrics. I start with instrumentals.
Okay.
Yeah. It's weird.
So Napalm.
Yeah.
That's a crazy just intro to that song, just in general, just the drop. So
I might be able to have... We played a show in Cincinnati, and on the way back from Cincinnati, I had the idea for Napalm.
okay.
I think I have a voice memo. I have how many? Almost 3,000 voice recordings on here that turn into songs. I don't know, man. I gotta find this, dude. Find that Napalm. I will find it at some point, but it is
so funny.
dude. It's literally me in my car going. "Brr, brr." I'm not even lying. I had the intro in my I had the intro in my mind, and I was like, okay, I just need to make this work. It's weird. It's weird how I have very, very specific sound design in my mind, and I'm like, okay, now I just need to put that on to a project.
Have you ever done it the reverse order? Lyric then?
I have.
Okay.
I have. And I've been trying to do that more recently, and it's been cool. But yeah, there's something about it. There's something about, I've always been drawn to sound design and the soundscape of a song,
Yeah.
like where it takes me. And I always find that production does that for me.
Mm-hmm.
And lyrics can accompany that, but you can really take somewhere with just how it sounds. You can say so much without saying anything at all in a song.
Fire.
That's a song.
I remember, I don't know how long it was like of us being friends, but you name dropped me in a song. It wasn't like your songs now, but I used to have this dog tag chain, and it would be underneath my shirt, and then eventually I got like another just necklace charm, and I had that over the dog tag. So anytime I'd walk, it like just bounced on my chest and jingle. And it was highly annoying, but me doing that every single day, I just no longer heard it.
Yeah.
It's like putting cologne on day after day after day, like you just don't smell it anymore, or it's not as
Right.
strong. But I remember like that being just such a funny point in our friend group that it got name dropped.
Yeah, there was a track, and I forget how I even recorded this, but I recorded you jingling the chain, and I went, Isaac, stop jingling your chain, in the very beginning,
And then
and then the beat drop went in right after that. I think I want to start putting that in all of the songs, like a producer tag. Isaac, stop jingling your chain.
Hoodies on. Sorry.
Hoodies on.
Oh, okay. That's another question.
Yeah.
So I mean, I actually know the answer to this, but I think it's just honorable. Why is your first album? Was it Hoodies? Was that the album name or
Summer.
Summer?
Yeah.
Yes, I have the hoodie.
Yes.
That's ironic. You no longer have that published,
Mm-hmm.
visible for others. What was that reasoning?
It was more of a getting assigned to new management and just like, because that was more of a high school project, and then once it became a professional career, I was like, okay, I wanna start fresh, especially when Ashton came on board with Jady. Jady started as just me. Now it's me and Ashton, and I was like, I want our first project together to be the first Jady project. So I kind of just took those off just to start fresh, and they're still available on Spotify. No, not Spotify. I'm sorry. SoundCloud. For those who want to listen on SoundCloud. But yeah, I don't know. I listen to that and I'm like, gosh, I sound like I'm a high schooler. Like
Baby JD.
Baby Jady. But then I could say the same about my first album, The Haze. I listen back and I'm like, I would do things differently on this.
Well, that's growth.
Right, exactly. Isn't that always like, you'll always look back 3 years and be like, I would have done that differently. And it's like, the proper response isn't to just take it down. But I feel like that in particular, I was like, I think this makes sense for me and Ashton. So that's what I did. But
Yeah. I mean, that's just starting fresh, starting professionally. Even though your heart was probably poured out in that album and time and everything, but it's like, I just think that's honorable.
hoodies on. Jamie, can you pull up a? You don't have a Jamie. You don't have a Jamie.
Alexa,
can you pull up a picture of a flip phone? She's a terrible. Jamie, can you pull that up, please? Jamie, please. Have you ever seen you watch Joe Rogan?
I don't know what you're on. No.
Holy.
I truly thought you were talking about an Alexa.
Jamie.
So I was like, you're like, you don't know? I'm like, now we have an Alexa though.
Dude, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. I mean, I might just have to make my own Alexa and call it Jamie.
Jamie.
That kind of goes hard. Dang, man. Yeah. Where were we? Where were we? I'm so ADD.
ADD. You got 80 of them?
80 of them. ADDs. Yeah. I mean,
I'm sorry. I can't say nothing.
I ain't going to say too much.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yes.
I'm not for it or against it, but I'll gladly argue the other side.
Gladly argue the other side. See, like, I feel like it's popular to just say that it doesn't.
Well, okay, is it popular or is that just like because most people don't like it?
I think people think it's weird.
It is a little weird.
It's weird, but oh man, dude.
Would you ever get a tattoo?
Yeah.
Okay, what of?
I don't know. I want something cool and simple. But okay, the pineapple. I get so. My brother hates it. But he's never tried it, and I'm like, dude.
So he hates the concept.
He hates the concept, the thought. But if you try it, it's not bad at all. Donato's, you have a great pineapple on pizza. It's like there's cinnamon on there. It sounds weird. It does. I will admit, but bro, it's unbelievable. Like it. I don't know. You kind of have to forget that it's pizza. But even then, it just compliments. Like, dude, I don't know. I've been getting into these more unorthodox dishes that people.
You want to know mine? It's not guilty pleasure, but what's it? Odd food combo.
Oh no, what is it?
Cheetos and chocolate milk.
That's not bad.
It's good. It's
Dude,
good. It's like popcorn and M&Ms.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Thank you. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that. My dad used to be into. Like growing up, he used to be into dirt bikes, and they used to do like dirt bike races, and like long dirt bike races. Like these would be hour long, and before they'd start, they would eat Oreos and drink orange juice, and unfailingly every single time they would vomit.
I wonder
but
why
they would still do it every time. I don't know why they decided not to change what they ingested before going on hour-long dirt bike rides, but so I mean, talk about combos, orange juice and Oreos. I mean,
as long as they're not in your mouth at the same time, I could maybe do it. Now, if you dunk it or if you go Oreo,
could you imagine dunking in some orange juice?
It's like cereal and water.
Cereal and water. Yo.
That actually wouldn't be. I don't think that's gonna be that. If you have a sugar cereal, I don't think that'd be that bad.
Milk. Wait.
Like cereal and then having water instead of milk.
Oh.
I don't think it'd be that bad.
Oh, that would really.
It'd have to be
mess
like
with me.
Frosted Flakes or like something like with like sugar.
Yeah, that would mess with me. I would tweak.
Mentally.
I would tweak, dude. Water and cereal. Oh my goodness. that would be
me.
something. Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that'd be you.
That's crazy. Nuh-uh. You're allergic to water. He's allergic to water.
Yeah.
That's
So I got the
just-
fancy water.
That's unreal. So if you accidentally drink water, have you accidentally drank drunk?
Drunk water.
Drinked.
Drinked. I dwinked water.
Like,
So it's okay. It's more the irons within water. So like the pipings, whatever it
Okay.
may be. So it's more the iron that I'm allergic to. So yeah, just stomach issues. So like it will make me red. I will. Depends on hives or not. Just like break out just a little bit. Nothing like crazy, but throwing up. Like my body instantly just rejects it.
holy crap.
So, like-
instantly?
Yeah, like I will drink a cup and then be like, nope, and then it just come up. Like 5 minutes maybe tops. So it's just, and then like I get like really hot, my body like whatever. So like when I go out to dinner, like I can do Diet Coke. I can't really do Pepsi products. Diet Coke's kind of the only thing. I didn't like Diet Coke before. Now I like it because that's the only soda I like. But I can't drink much of it. But if there's ice in my water, I can drink it until the ice starts like melting.
Holy crap.
So it's like I just like it's things like that because like I would like sip on my Diet Coke or whatever, and then like it would just melt, and I keep sipping out, and like my face would turn bright red. I'm like, maybe it's the food I ate. No, it was because the ice melted.
I can't believe.
But like like Fiji water,
Yeah.
can't drink that.
What?
Even fancy, which I'm happy I can't drink that because it's super expensive.
Right.
But like even fancy water.
What?
So if like we're pretending we're in front of 10,000 people, right? If one day this is 10,000 people, I'm gonna ask a sponsorship from Life Water.
Holy
And then-
crap. Genuinely. He drinks it all the time.
That's it.
Every single hangout. He has. I mean, do you bring more than one to every hangout?
Yeah, normally.
Okay. Because
I drink about 3 or 4 of these a day.
Right.
Because I just drink a lot of water and then
That's crazy.
It's-
Okay. What are the packs you order?
So it's just a 6-pack on Amazon, and then if you order in bulk, you can get it for cheaper.
Wholesale Life Water?
Yeah, but these are still more than $1 a pop. And I drink 3 or 4 a day.
Holy crap. Dang.
360. Hey, what'd you call your lady earlier? Not Alexa, but
Oh.
hey Lenovo.
Did I?
Hey Lenovo. What? How much? 300.
I was like, did I say something like bad about my girlfriend? Oh no, I would never say something. What did you say? What did you call your lady other?
Version of Alexa.
Oh, Jamie.
Hey Jamie, 360.
Jamie, can you pull up a video of some Life Water? Jamie, can you pull up the stat of how many people are allergic to water in the U.S.?
All right, jumping off the diving board, going to the deep end. Question. Ready?
Okay.
What's the support staff been for you? Like throughout whole music, like who's been like what's your support been like?
Well, first off, the Lord Jesus has been my foundation for this all. And it any time that I end up getting anxious or scared and things get wild, I always remind myself, and I can always come back to that being the firm, unshakable. But my parents, I think, are second to that as well. Like, just wow, they have invested so much time, so much energy, so much money into just like the dream. They believe in it just as much as I do, sometimes even more, where they're like, you know what, like we think you can do this, like keep going, I know you're discouraged, we really do believe, like, and they're willing to just help. Like it's really selfless what they're doing. And just friends like you guys, just supporting and listening, and I mean stuff like that, helping me sell tickets.
Yeah.
That was crazy helpful. That was so helpful. But yeah, like I think I'm really blessed to have the people around me that I do, just like championing. My girlfriend is so incredibly helpful in how she supports the whole idea of she fully believes that this is what I'm made to do, and
Agree.
yeah, I appreciate it. And it's easy to fall into the lie of like, dang, should I just give this up? And she's the first person to be like, no, absolutely not. She'd be like, I would feel terrible if you did. I would, yeah. So like, yeah, I would say just those people have been, I'm really blessed to have the people around me that I do. And just even the fans. Yeah, the few people that are so dedicated to dissecting the art, that I'm beyond thankful. So, yeah.
Yeah. Staying in the deep end. Ready?
Yeah.
I don't actually know how deep of a question this is, but
Okay.
with having a faith, being a Christian, we are called to display like the fruits of the Spirit. If we truly have Christ in our heart, how is that in an industry that is so not bright, so dark, that is just,
Yeah. my last album was a lot about how a mission to go into an industry and be a different person than what the normal person is like. How that can change you in the process of trying to help and change others. You can have more of an influence on you than you them. So that really, really hard. Like I said, yeah, that album really dives into, it's easy for me to, being a people pleaser, let outside things infect how I portray myself. And that's actually been something in the past 2 weeks that's been on my heart. Like, how do I genuinely make myself stand out in that way? How do I display the fruits of the Spirit and ultimately accomplish what I've want to accomplish with this music? And I think what I've always stuck to is just being a nice person. Being a nice person in environments that typically wouldn't be nice. Like, for instance, a sound guy. Or like the workers at a venue where it's like they have a bunch of bands that come in and, kind of just use them.
Yeah.
Not really are nice to them. And I try and be as thankful and, considerate, and especially to other bands, like there's always a competitive nature when bands get in the same room. And I like to just kind of break that wall and just be nice and just, we're all going to do our own thing, but I want to be intentional, and I want to be better at that. But that's what I've been trying to do, is be intentional with the people that I'm playing a show with, the people that are working a show, be it the people that stay in the merch line. It's easy for bands to not really, be as thankful, but every person that's in that line I see is such a blessing, because it's like, man, I get to do what I feel like I'm made to do, and these people are the reason for it. Like, it's I guess, yeah, I don't know, but those are the areas that I feel like I have impact on making a difference in fruits of the Spirit. So.
Yeah. I think intentionality breeds rememberability.
Yeah.
If that's even a word.
Yeah.
But
rememberability.
Yeah, it's just like those people that I've only met once or twice in my life they're the only ones I remember because of their intentionality.
Mm-hmm.
So whether that's just like saying hello and giving high fives or whatever. I mean, like if you go like to a sports game where you see clips or whatever, like the guy giving his hockey stick to a kid, or baseball tossing, it's like that, like he chose the kid, obviously.
Right.
But it's just like that was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like that kid will remember that forever and ever and ever.
Right.
So it's like, yeah. And then like with that, I think kindness and like just love in general. Mm-hmm. It's like I think those things like make people ask why. I think the world we live in is just so broken and full of fake love. So it's just like, personally, it's like whether I'm at, like when I used to serve, the other servers did things I disagreed with, not necessarily like whatever. They would go out and do like hang out afterwards after work and such, and I was always invited, and I was just like, I'm okay, I'm gonna hang back. Thank you though for the invitation. But that never changed how I viewed them, and therefore I was able to have fun conversations, be silly, be goofy, and them not feel like they were being judged. That led conversations of, so why do you not go out with us if you're so nice and kind and whatever? Like, bam, because I got Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior.
Right.
But no, it's
That's
just like
awesome.
being intentional goes so far, and then loving in moments where love isn't present.
Mm-hmm.
I think those two things just,
It really stands out.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in a dark place where people don't really see light often, when that does eventually rear its head, it's noticeable. And sometimes it hurts people's eyes if they haven't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a concept that I've delved into with the music. And yeah, it is really a blessing, though, to be able to go into atmospheres like the music industry and just try and be a positive influence on the people that listen, on the people that I work with. And yeah, but yeah, that is something that I want to that I feel like is a huge foundation for what I do in the music.
Yeah.
Thinking about how even outside of the music itself, but just business interactions. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Integrity too. Like that just,
Yeah.
if you're love and slow to speak and just whatever, that builds up your integrity and just who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I was always told integrity, same thing with trust, is one of the hardest things to build and grow. It is the quickest thing to lose and be
Dang.
gone forever.
Yeah. Yeah. Trust is gained or lost in gallons and gained in drops. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. You dump out all of it.
And then it just slowly builds.
Yeah, drops. Yeah. That is deep.
Dang.
Dang.
That is the deep end.
That is the deep end. What's a counter to the deep end?
The shallow end.
The shallow end?
So
What's the shallow?
So we jumped off the diving board.
jumped
right?
off the diving board. Now we're in the deep end.
Yeah,
now
we sat in the deep end for a minute. We held our breath at the bottom like a little kid.
Okay.
So we come up to the water, pop off the goggles. We pop off the rose-colored lenses.
Oh! Jamie, can we replay that?
We pop off the rose-colored lenses.
Oh my!
Which, why would I take off the rose-colored lens? What would I see differently now that I'm coming up from the deep, dark water with the rose-colored lenses? Now that I'm in the shallow, bright water without the lenses, what do the lenses even really do?
What do they do? Well, if you're in the deep end and you have your rose-colored lenses, do you even know you're in the deep end?
Ooh. Why would I not know this?
Because you're wearing rose-colored lenses. You think everything looks better than it does. It makes the deep end look like the shallow end. But you're not in the shallow end, you're in the deep end. Holy crap.
What is rose-colored lenses? Like, what does that mean to you?
That.
Because you may or may not have a song.
Yeah, that was the entire song. You think you're in the shallow end, but you're actually in the deep end.
Everything looks better than it is.
Everything looks better than it is. And then when you take them off, you realize, wow, people around me are wearing rose-colored lenses. I need to.
That song the music video did really good.
Oh, thanks. Connor Harrington. It's all you. I love you, Connor.
So I pop them off.
Pop them off.
We're in the shallow end.
We're in the shallow end. The bleak reality of the shallow end.
Yeah, it's not all that fun, but it's enjoyable.
It's enjoyable.
You can hang out with friends.
You can hang out with friends.
I'm trying to think of a shallow question.
A shallow question. Wow,
I asked the pizza question. That was on the spot.
That was a good question. Okay, that really gets me riled. Because I like people who don't like it have probably never had it.
See, okay, I've had it. Yeah, like your brother, I was like, no.
Yeah.
That's so wrong. I had it. I don't care. I wouldn't order a whole pizza. But if someone I was with liked it, I would order half a pizza and eat a slice.
Dude, you need to have the Donato's one. The Donato's one is game, because I was a little indifferent before the Donato's pineapple on pizza. Like I was like, it's good, but this,
is good.
Dude, unreal. It's unbelievable. Connor, what we were just talking about, Connor Harrington, every time he comes in town, our first thing we do, we go to Donato's and get the pineapple on pizza.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, it is the very first thing we do every single time before we do any work.
Well, you got to be fueled in order to run.
Yeah, with pineapple.
And cheese pizza.
Put it like that. It sounds weird. It really does. But
Yeah, I don't know. It's an odd thing.
yeah, it is odd. You got a lot of hogs here.
Yeah, so Woo Pig. First off, pause.
First
Second
off, Woo Pig.
Woo Pig.
I didn't.
Tuscaloosa.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Woo Pig.
Arkansas. So it's
Is that what they said?
it's a whole. It's like the football team.
Woo Pig.
Woo Pig.
Is that what they say?
Kinda. It's like
Woo Pig.
Suey. So yeah.
Pig suey.
Pig suey. I don't know what this. Pig suey. Then you do that 3 times, and then it goes like, Woo Pig suey, Razorbacks.
Wait. What?
Fight, go Hogs, fight, go Hogs. Yeah.
Dude. Hog. I'm joking.
What music do you listen to now?
What do I listen? Dude. I listen to Ashton was just talking about this yesterday with me. He was like, "You listen to the weirdest music." Like,
You have a variety pack for sure.
I really like all kinds
You
of
got
music.
one hand in like the Doritos bag and the other hand in the pretzel bag.
Oh. They compliment. That dude. I listen to The Neighborhood. The Neighborhood is a great band. I've taken a lot of influence from their sound. Dude. Two Car Garage. The Colony House guys made a side project. You probably don't know what I'm saying.
Continue.
They made a side project, and it's really cool. It's really, really cool. I really like Porter Robinson. His new album, Smile, Cheerleader. Holy crap, that chorus.
I think
Makes
I
me
may
wanna
or
cry.
may not have almost listened to that today. I
Are you
think
serious?
I may or may not have almost
This
skipped
guy?
it. I don't know. Maybe.
Wait, this guy.
Yep.
Yep. Dude. Unreal. He's great.
It's just a lot of sound at
It
once.
is. It really is. It really is a lot. It is quite a bit that's going on.
I remember I was 12 and I had a country playlist because I loved country music and I still love it, but I don't listen to it as much. Country's changed a lot just in general. So I didn't kind of like what was in the songs, like girls, drinks, and partying. I'm like, nah, that's not really good influence. But
Right.
I had a country playlist and I just always just push play. And I never hit the 2 lines that went like this because I didn't know what that would do. So I just never hit it. It took me a year or 2 minimum to figure out what shuffle was. So I'll occasionally hear a country song and I'll be like, that was like the 4th one on my playlist.
That's cool.
It's like, well, yeah,
That's actually
I
really
listen to it in
cool.
order every time.
I love that.
And it's like 25 songs in order every time.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
If I really was feeling like I just didn't want to hear the first 4, I'd just click the 5th one and listen from there down.
Oh my god.
But I didn't know what shuffle was.
That's kind of crazy. What was the first song?
First song was Dirt on My Boots.
Okay. What was the 5th song?
The 5th song, Dirt Road Anthem.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool that you can remember that. Oh, dang.
Yeah. I think I can maybe get to like 7.
Okay.
But
Second song.
I don't know if the name of it, like I don't remember the name of it, but it's like Body Like a Back Road. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Okay.
I can take it slow just as fast as you can.
Oh,
I was 12. I didn't know the lyrics, what they meant, but you know.
that's kind of wild.
Yeah. So it's like that.
Like a back road.
You know what crunchies are?
What are you about to say?
My mom thought it was cute when I was little, and when she was eating a salad or whatever it may be, and she had
The croutons?
Well, the crunchies.
Crunchies.
The crunchies.
Wow.
It wasn't until I met Nathan Doherty, his cousin, and I asked him if he was going to eat his crunchies.
You're lying. You're lying. You're lying.
4 years ago. So not that long ago.
Crunchies.
He goes, what are you talking about? I'm like, your crunchies. Yeah, that was a laughing point. That was a laughing point.
Oh my goodness.
I still call them crunchies just because that comes naturally.
Yeah, I guess it does.
They crunchy.
Dang, they crunch. At least you're just saying it like it is. That is so.
Such an
Do you
Isaac thing.
hate the homeschool slander?
Elaborate.
Like, I think it is so beautifully a homeschool thing to say.
Yeah.
The crunchies. I love it.
Yeah, it's fitting. It's also an Isaac thing. I feel like that's so me.
It is really you. It is.
Oh, there's some other stuff.
We play
like that too.
Quiplash, and he spells all of his answers wrong on Quiplash, and
One word.
one word,
Dyslexia.
dyslexia.
Also, I didn't really have a middle school. I don't know if you know that, but yeah, I didn't do any middle school.
Wait, I think I might have known that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But
That's crazy.
so yeah, I can't spell nothing in Quiplash. It's gotten better.
But that's the thing. You spelling everything wrong, like knowing your intention behind the joke and how you horribly misspelled it, it always wins in Quiplash. Because everyone's like, you see the solid effort you put into trying to spell that word.
If you sound it out, it was accurate.
Oh my gosh. It is my favorite thing. Unfailingly. I hate to be up against you in Quiplash because you win every time.
It's purely because I can't spell. That's
Literally
truly
all
why.
because of that. That is my favorite.
They're like, wait, what is that?
It's my favorite thing ever. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Gosh, dude. Quiplash, bruh. Quiplash.
What do you do on your drives? Like when you're going from place to place for tours?
Lots of music. Lots of just like dude conversations. Just like
What's the biggest rock you've ever picked up?
literally that. We will find a way to talk about that for an hour.
Like okay, rocks or throwing rocks or dropping stuff in water.
Dropping stuff. Oh, dude.
Like, oh my gosh, the Instagram videos that annoy me the most are when something's big is falling and it's about to hit water and then it cuts.
Even just
Exactly.
you explaining that, like I had the mental image. It was about to hit the water, and oh gosh, dude, that's terrible. I quit. I quit. That's
Dumb.
just crazy. I mean, like, yeah. What do we talk about? Yeah, we do it. Listen to a lot of music. We talk about like the same things all the time. We like to stop by gas stations.
Buc-ee's. I've only been to one.
Oh my god.
And I don't actually know if I've been to one or if that was a dream that I believe.
The promised land. That is the promised land.
Where's Moses at?
He's there. That is him, Bucky. That he legally changed his name.
He's in a costume.
He's in a costume, or he just was a beaver. That was a detail.
They never described Moses.
The subtext, like on verse 31 of Exodus in this specific chapter, it references Moses. It isn't commonly said that in most manuscripts he is claimed to be a beaver. I don't make the rules. That's got to be heresy.
Bucky.
I mean, dude, I took Kate. Kate came with us on the last couple tours, or the last couple the two shows. That's my girlfriend. So she came with us to Nashville, and I imparted the experience of Buc-ee's. We stopped by Buc-ee's. It was literally 3 a.m.
That's the proper time.
It is the only time. And you go in there and you're like, it is a pocket dimension. You forget what time it is outside. You're like,
You just walked into like an arcade, like Wreck-It Ralph. You know when everyone's like all in like the arcade characters are all together. That's like what a gas station is like at 3.
well, yeah, because everyone's so active. I'm like, well, in Buc-ee's specifically, there are so many people. It is like It's like Disneyland, and you're like, why are this many people active at 3 a.m? And then, but you're blinded. This rose-colored lenses. You walk into Buc-ee's, you forget just how dark everything is outside.
You walk into Buc-ee's. What do you get? What do you get? You have a go-to?
Brisket sandwich.
That's gross.
It is
Sorry.
insane. Well, okay, listen. Any other place it would be, but this is quality food. They make it in front of you during at 3 a.m. They have saltwater taffy. I love their saltwater taffy. They have beaver nuggets.
They didn't tell you what was actually in those, did they?
There's a drink of choice on tour.
Okay.
Squirt. It is incredible. It's like you would think when you if you've ever had Squirt, you just assume it's like a Sprite or like a Sear Mist. But on the label, you'll notice it says grapefruit flavored. That alone gets you to think, whoa. And then you take a drink and you're like, I taste the grapefruit. It's so good. And if you ever have an upset stomach, that is the perfect cure.
Is the grapefruit almost like a placebo effect? Like you don't taste it until you know about it?
I think so.
I
think so. I mean, life-changing. And then our whole van got really excited about Squirt. And we were like, we want to find... There's a hidden flavor.
Oh.
It's called a ruby red Squirt. We spent the entire tour going to every gas station trying to find a ruby red Squirt. And it wasn't until I think it was like Detroit or something. Well into the tour. It's like one of the last couple shows. We found it. I'll never forget my manager running out. Keelan goes, "We found it! Ruby red Squirt!" And I literally, it's the small things on tour that get you excited.
Did you all get one, or was it just one?
It wasn't even that good. We all got one. I didn't even finish mine.
Oh.
Ruby red Squirt. Squirt is just incredible, though. Just straight up. I mean,
I probably will never try it.
it's so good. It's so underrated. I don't know why people don't give Squirt a shot. Every now and then, if you go to a restaurant and they got that on the soft serve,
The soft serve.
the soft serve.
You ever drink bug juice when you were a kid? Like not bug juice, but in a bottle bug juice.
What's bug juice?
Oh my gosh. Jamie, pull up.
Yeah, pull up a picture.
No. So bug juice. Okay, it's like the kids version of a Capri Sun. I know Capri Sun's already like a kid thing, but it's like, okay,
I
lying.
literally thought you were about to say you drank bug spray. That's what I thought you were trying to say.
I wonder what bug spray tastes like though.
Let's find out.
Oh my goodness. I put sunscreen on for the first time this summer, and it smelled like bananas.
Wait, for the first time?
Well,
this
I mean,
summer.
this summer. Yeah. It smelled like bananas.
Dude.
It don't taste like bananas.
Dude,
Curiosity killed that cat.
I hate that. Dude, oh my gosh. Ashton has been getting into body soap that he uses.
It's probably good.
Obsessive. That sounds like a weird obsession, but no, he's I want to try new Dr. Squatch, which you know about Dr. Squatch.
Yeah.
He found this brand. The flavor? Scent?
Yeah, flavor. I like flavor.
Yeah. Well, the scent is Thin Mint cookies.
Oh, that sounds yummy.
So it's like a flavor. Yeah. Dude, I tried it on tour. I snuck it and while he wasn't looking, and I took it into the shower and I tried it, and holy crap, I literally wanted to eat myself. I mean,
Pause. Resume.
Dude, pause and resume. It literally smelled so good.
Huh.
Thin Mint, I mean, you're literally washing yourself.
Like Girl Scout Thin Mint?
Girl Scout. It was literally a Girl Scout body wash flavored cookie scent thing.
You know they're making glue, like the glue sticks that are scented now? I think that's the worst idea.
They look
Because
so
you know who would eat one as a kid?
You?
Yep.
You actually did?
No, I would though if I was still a kid.
Oh.
Like, this one smells like watermelon.
Yeah, right.
Don't taste that watermelon.
Or like the scented markers. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if I would ever try that though, because you can't get like.
that's true. Yeah, because you can bite a glue stick.
Yeah.
That's what's not good.
You ever tried chapstick?
No. Wait, maybe.
like the mint one or peppermint, like at Christmas time.
Wait. At Christmas time.
It's like it's like a candy cane, like wrapping. It smells really strong. It's really good.
Wait, maybe I have. Dude, Carson growing up had like soda flavored chapstick.
Yes.
Dude, I wanted to eat that so bad. Getting a phone call.
Well, on that note, thank you for joining me for this.
Dude, absolutely.
This is fun.
Dude, thanks for having. This is fun. This is a ton of fun.
This is cool.
Yeah.
But chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
Till chapter 2. But chapter 1 was good.
Dude, I can't wait to see who's on chapter 2.
I'm thinking a professor.
You should totally do that.
I'm thinking a professor. I got 2 in mind.
Okay.
But we'll see.
That'd be awesome. Awesome. Dang.
All right. Well, I haven't thought of an outro yet, but
Yeah.
all right. Till next time, thank you for watching this chapter of The Journal. My name is Isaac Smith.
My name's Jarrett Doherty. Thanks for watching.
Check them out on all platforms.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Peace. Bye.
Jamie, you can end the stream.
Jamie, stop.
Jamie.